Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Last Line of Defense. In the last episode, the team was sent to Egypt after reports of more alien abductions. There they captured a floater, which was interrogated only to be asked to capture an outsider. After manufacturing a large amount of equipment, the team was sent to France, so as to remove the threat of Exalt from there. The mission was a success, and the team returned to HQ, awaiting their next briefing.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Major.
Do not worry, let me help you with those, Corporal.
I should really have been looking where I was going. The last mission was...
Hush. I know what we made you do in France was not in Xcom sign-up sheet. You must understand that what Exalt is doing is putting billions of lives at risk. They may not be killing them themselves, but they are allowing the invaders to kill them by their actions. But we are the defenders of humanity, Viviana. You must think about that before thinking about anything else.
Put the new recruits to work in the lab.
No sooner do we go into mission control to scan for activity than we get some signs of an actual alien UFO landing. So I take the team, and then before that even happens, I'm actually going to skip through and go back. I want to manufacture a few of my new researched products, including some scatter lasers and the laser sniper rifle. However, I do not have enough money to do this, so I'm just going to go into the grey market and sell a lot of the things I don't need, such as these UFO power sources and damaged flight computers and other things. That's already 100 monies, and I don't really need that many of those. I only need one of each, so that's going to allow me to get enough money to build one of the scatter lasers for Porlac. I'm actually going to build two just in case, and also sniper rifles, pretty much the same. I'm going to build two just in case. You always won't have one spare, because you never know when you might need it. I'm also going to just look around at what other things I can buy, and I'm really tempted to build that needle grenade, which I do as an experimental choice. I then look around at what I can do with my satellites and stuff, and satellites still haven't been built yet, so I'm just going to go to the landing site, and this is the team that I'm going to be bringing. They've all been upgraded, they're all pretty damn awesome. Just making sure that everyone's got the perfect amount of stuff, and off we go. The operatives having arrived in Brazil, we're just going to do the usual fanning out our team, try and see some aliens, and we spot them straight away. There's a bunch of mutons over here, pretty dangerous to start with. We're going to put Endo into Overwatch with her pistol, and the rest of the team is going to aggravate and kill them as we can. So anyone moves up but can't actually see them, he's going to try and fire a needle grenade, but obviously it's not going to be far enough, so he's just going to go into Overwatch. Vargas is going to go around into half cover so he can maybe spot them, make the move, which he does, so that they all move away. One of them gets hit by an Overwatch from Sullivan. That's not Sullivan's Overwatch, that's just Endo's Overwatch, who destroys a whole tree, which is pretty interesting. And Vargas actually gets a shot onto one of them, but it's not high enough percentage chance for me to even risk it, so I'm just going to move up with Guzman, put in Vargas into Overwatch before. Guzman moves up, only spots one of them with a 28% chance. She's not even going to bother, she's just going to go into Overwatch. Porlac has the ability to move up. I'm possibly just going to dash her without going run and gun, because I just want to get her into a good position. She isn't spotted by the enemy, so that's always good, and Shao is pretty much going to do the same thing, get himself into a very close position but very good cover, so it's going to be hard for the aliens to actually damage him, especially since I've increased everyone's got carapace armor and stuff. Vargas gets a covering fire shot onto that muton, but he misses hitting that tree. I mean, trees and mutons do look similar, so it's probably because of that. But the muton tries to shoot at Vargas, actually dealing 4 damage. That was pretty low roll for the muton there, but it's still pretty damaging. And the other one is going to fire at Guzman, doing also 4 damage, another very low roll at Guzman there. And then this muton is going to move back forward, but gets himself into a bad Overwatch shot, which misses as well. So everyone's missed their shots, no one's actually hit so far, which is pretty irritating. Gets himself behind cover and then tries to shoot at his Shao, and actually hits for 6 damage, which is a pretty good roll. But yeah, so damage taken all across the board from my team. We've also found the Melcanis, and I'm looking to see if I can fire a grenade and hit all 3 of them. It doesn't look like I can. I can hit 2 of them definitely, so I'm just going to do that with Guzman. Firing a grenade, dealing 4 damage and breaking that cover. It's pretty better to do that than anything else. I'm then going to run and gun with Porlak, try out a laser rifle, get herself in a good position to get next to the aliens and try and kill them, try and flank them. Sadly I don't get any flanking hits, but I am quite close enough. I got a 53% chance of killing this guy, which he does, dealing a critical shot, 9 damage, leaving only 2 of them standing. Shao is going to move up and spot the alien vessel and then go into Overwatch because he doesn't have the ability to do that. Endo's got squad sight on both of them. Not a very high chance to hit either of them, but it's better than nothing, so she's just going to go for the one on lowest health, try and kill her. Actually manages to get the kill, which is fantastic, and leaving one of the mutons left. Suleiman's going to move up, try and get that one. He did see it for a bit, but didn't actually get any extra shot on it since. Vargas is going to move up as well. I'm trying to get a good percentage shot on him. See if I could have just not moved, but moving is what I'm going to do. That gives me a 35%, which is pretty terrible, so I'm just going to go into Overwatch, allowing the alien to make its move. It's going to get Overwatch to hell because of that. Firstly, Shao, who's going to miss, and the muton just makes its continuous movements, which is going to get shot this time by both Suleiman and whoever that was. Wait, oh, Vargas must have been the first one, that's Shao. So yeah, very strange things are happening right now. But yeah, both of the both of my people miss as well, so the muton doesn't actually get killed by that, which is pretty irritating. So the team now trying to get that muton. Vargas is going to move up, try and spot it, doesn't spot it, goes into Overwatch. Guzman's going to move up as well, going next to Shao. Actually does spot the muton with a nice flanking shot, 68% chance, hits it out in the open, it dies. There we go, the muton threat is done. Porlak's going to move up, try and spot more. We can see the alien ship. It hasn't been shot down. This is what's quite important to note here, so because it hasn't shot down, nothing's damaged, which means that the aliens are going to be out in strength compared to normal ones that don't. We're kind of strange, you know, we have to know why they've landed as well, why they chose to land and not to actually do anything, like where we didn't have to shoot it down and stuff. It could just be that we just didn't spot it in time and it just landed, but why? Why would it land? Someone's going to move up by that tree. The whole team's just going to move up to get closer and closer to the alien ship. The aliens themselves aren't going to move very far, at least not far enough for us to really realise where they are. Endo, because I really want to get that meld, Endo's going to have to move up pretty far in this turn. I'll need to get to a position where I know I can get it, which means going to that rock. It also puts her in a very dangerous position if I spot any aliens, but luckily I don't spot any aliens, so that's always very good. So I decide to push my luck and I'm going to move Suleiman all the way up there as well, so I've got all that side covered and still no more aliens are spotted. Vargas is also going to move up. He's just going to go into Overwatch. No, he's not. He's going to reload. That's probably a wise decision, actually. Guzman's going to move up and most likely reload as well as she does so. There we go. And Porlak is going to run up to that tree. And that's when she spots both the outsider and the 2 seekers that are there. We need to capture the outsider, so we have to use an arc thrower. Luckily I have one on Porlak because she's an assault and they're the people who have those. So I'm going to try and get the outsider in this mission as well. I need to somehow manage to capture it without taking too many shots. Considering my team have already taken quite a bit of damage from the mutons earlier, it's going to be quite hard. Also the seekers are there as well, so that's always not cool. And I need to make sure that no other aliens appear as well. The alien activity is pretty long, that's because the seekers are all moving. And then finally the outsider has his turn, taking a shot as Guzman hits for 5 damage because the outsider just hits hard like hell. So Guzman is on pretty low health now, but Endo manages to run up and take that meld without spotting any more aliens, which is great. She's then going to go into Overwatch with her pistol. Suleiman is going to move up slightly, or do I choose Porlak first? Not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing. But basically Porlak's the one with the arc thrower, so she has to stun that outsider. So she also notices a bunch of floaters while she goes there. Yeah, so she has to use arc thrower and she has to do that in her first movement because she can't attack and then do that. So she's just going to I believe, just hunker down because she doesn't want to overwatch and kill the outsider. She wants to, I think, yeah, no, she just runs back. Okay, cool. So she runs back, goes into safety. Shell's going to move up. I need to make sure that no one, like, the worst thing is there are Seekers out there and I can't go into Overwatch because I don't want to kill the outsider. So yeah, it's kind of some tactical retreating going on now. We're just going to retreat backwards, not go into Overwatch. Except for Suleiman apparently goes into Overwatch. What a terrible idea. And Vargas is going to go try and spot a floater, which he does, so he's going to try and shoot it. 65% chance, that's pretty good because of the high ground that he has, but he does miss and hit some squirrel in the distance most likely. Guzman's going to run away, I believe, or at least go towards the floaters rather than anything, because she's on pretty low health. I mean, she's on half health, she's not pretty low health. But yeah, she's taken quite a bit of damage from everything. She's taken both a hit from the floaters and also from the outsider. No, she hasn't. She's taken a hit from the mutants in the outsider. So she's just going to go into Overwatch. Just because there are Seekers out there and they're probably going to go for Vargas, and I don't particularly want to get killed by them. Luckily a Seeker comes out, which triggers all the Overwatches possible. Endo misses her, well no, she hits, but she only does 1 damage, she's pretty terrible. And Suleiman gets hit, blocking his Overwatch. For some reason, Guzman can't see that. No idea why, but yeah, so Suleiman is strangled, and then the outsider moves up, tries to shoot at Endo, which succeeds, dealing 5 damage to Endo. And then the floaters have their turn, they move up, they go into Overwatch, or one of them does anyway. The other one's going to move on top of the ship, and just move out, so it's not in Overwatch, but yeah. Endo's going to try and shoot with her laser sniper rifle. She can kill, well, she can probably kill anything that she hits, since she does up to 8 damage. She's trying to get a kill the Seeker, I think, first. Probably the most, no? Floater? Yeah, I don't know, whatever, just shoot something, kill something, good go. So there you go, Endo has done her job for now. Vargas is going to try and kill that one with 65%, misses again, hits some bird this time. Vargas is not doing too well when it comes to actual damage. Pretty shameful. Guzman's going to move up, try and kill that Seeker. Luckily he gets a shot. 93%, that's more than enough to kill that Seeker. There we go, Seeker down. Vargas is safe. Porlak actually could, potentially, I'm not entirely sure if she can do it diagonally, but she could run up and potentially stun it, maybe, if she's lucky. And she is indeed lucky, she can try and stun it. 70% chance. Succeeds. There we go. Get a little achievement there. And the outsider is captured. 50% chance to hit with a Shao. Hits, kills the floater. There we go. And the fact that the mission hasn't ended means that there's still a floater out there actually, I know that for certain, but there could still be an alien other than the floater out there as well. We see the remaining floater, he's just out there, he's going to do some movement, running away, running back into the base. Doesn't do any shooting there because he can't. And is going to move up towards that rock, doesn't spot anyone else. What's great about a landed UFO actually is that all the components in it won't be broken, which means we can use them for research and other purposes rather than having to sell them, although we do get a bunch of money for selling them, to be honest. Porlak's going to move up, gets a shot onto that floater, 87%, kills it. However, the encounter does not finish, meaning that there is still an alien out there. That, of course, for those of you who have probably been paying attention, is a remaining Seeker. There's one Seeker out there, which is going to go in Overwatch, try and protect everyone from that. To be honest, I don't think the in-game me realizes that it's a Seeker that's left. He thinks it's a new, just another encounter, but I'm just going to go and Overwatch with everyone and try and move a bit all over the place. Taking everyone to Overwatch, moving Guzman now. She's going to dash because I want to explore to see if there's a new alien when I know it's a Seeker that's left. There could also be another alien stuff, but it seems unlikely considering the size of the ship that's just landed is pretty small. So during the alien activity, the Seeker appears on top of Suleiman, who does not get protected. Suleiman has been Seekered twice. I don't know what they have. Maybe it's just that he has nice looking skin. I don't know what Seekers look after. But yeah, so Suleiman takes hit. Endo's going to be the one to take it out, maybe, or Vargas. Someone is. Either way, I'm going to take a very long time to make that decision. I'm just going to pick Endo, yeah, with the sniper rifle. He's going to shoot, kill, dead, 10 damage, end of the mission. Pretty perfect mission, to be honest, managing to successfully take out all the enemies that were there. And returning to base with very minor damage done, although we did take quite a bit of damage on Kuzman, to be honest, but she is a mech, so she's got damage resistance, and she can heal really fast. And we also get a cutscene.
Is that all that's left of the specimen we attempted to capture?
Yes. I believe we may have found the source of the strange readings we picked up when we first encountered it.
What is it, Doctor?
We're not exactly sure. It's organic in nature, yet highly magnetized, and it appears to resonate very faintly within a specific electromagnetic spectrum. It is currently unclear how or...
Perhaps that's because this is outside your field of expertise, Doctor. If what you're saying is true, this object is an antenna, one that's receiving a signal.
That signal. Can we trace it?
No, at least not yet. We would first need to determine its encryption algorithm.
My team can handle that.
In that case, I will focus on constructing an interface between this object and our global communications array, which we'll need to trace the signal.
Then it looks like researching this crystal should be our top priority.
Having received another achievement, we now get our promotions. So, Endo receives the Major role, which is pretty cool, counting half cover as full cover. We've got our first Colonel Vargas promoting himself to the maximum. We're going to get the Savior because Savior is just better. Getting a total, I think we at the moment, so we'll heal 8 health, but with the upgrade make it'll be 10. And Shao moves up to Corporal as well, which is pretty decent. So I'm going to choose to probably get Covering Fire. That's just better than Sprinter. Sprinter is useful, but not, like, it'd be useful if it was on Assault and not on Support, but that's my personal opinion anyway. So we didn't take actually that many injuries, but we took a lot of sexy loot, which is pretty good. So yeah, we're just going to go into the mission control. Scan for activity, get some new satellites. Yeah, pretty much straight away. Get a bunch of money as well from that. So we can now deploy those satellites above the countries that we need, and those will be Europe. We're going to put one in France. I'm going to put one in Russia. I'm going to put one in Germany as well. Oh, actually, do I debate myself whether or not I want to put it in Germany? I think I'll debate whether I want to put it in Germany or India, because I, as much as I would like to get the Europe thing, I kind of want to make sure that India is safe. I think that's what I'm going to go for. I can't remember. I think I go for Germany in the end because it's the 100 per month, and I also get the scientists a month. And everything gets things. So there we go. So Europe is safe. We now just need to make sure that we do not lose Asia. That's the one. We're also going to do some selling of stuff that we can, but of course we don't get that much. There's some alien stasis tanks that I can actually sell. There's also a bunch of exalt stuff that we can sell, which is what I'm going to be doing. These exalt stuffs are completely pointless until you get to the laser, when they get laser weaponry, because they're exactly the same as us. So yeah, it's kind of pointless. There's also some alien stasis tanks that are basically useless, and we get a good old $40 for that. A lot of money. It's not a lot of money, but it's enough for our purposes. So yeah, we're just going to wait until the research happens. I think, yeah, we're researching a light plasma rifle. There's also some facilities we can build and excavate and stuff, so we're just looking at what facilities we can do. There's not much we can do. We can build a laboratory or a workshop or something. I think we might go for the laboratory. Are we going to go for, we are going to go for the laboratory. Nice. Well played. Good choice. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to do another activity scan, try and see where we're going. We're going to wait for our satellites to come up, but there are, in fact, quite a few alien abductions. We're going to go for Canada, obviously. It's going to give us a really shitty, like, we're going to get a heavy as a recruit. We don't need heavies, we don't need supports. We can't just need assaults, but yeah. And the other one's actually going to give us much more useful stuff, but because Canada's about to go into panic, we don't want to lose Canada. So we're going to have to go for Canada, and that's basically where we're going to be going for this mission, despite the fact that I'm like, I don't want to go here. So we're going to take exactly the same team that was on the last mission. These guys are doing well. I believe that most of them are close to leveling up. We kind of want to get Pollack to Colonel as well. She's going to be pretty insane when she gets to Colonel. So yeah, that's our team, and let's get on with the mission.
Sir, I'd like to report some strange happenings in Canada. Civilian and governmental reports suggest a large and inexplicable wave of disappearances in the port town of St. John's. It would be wise to send a team to investigate there in the near future. I know that our priority is to deal with the aliens and Exalt, but it is highly possible that this is linked to one or the other. So the first thing we're going to be doing is, as usual, fanning out our team to try and spot as many of the aliens as possible. I'm going to just put Guzman into Overwatch. Polak is going to be taking the room ahead of her. She's going to open the door straight away to see if there's any enemies in there, but there isn't, so she's just going to dash forward since that room can't really have any enemies in it, and it's very unlikely that one of them pops in through the door. Xiao's going to take that side of the building. Endo is going to, I believe, go left. She's going to try and get herself onto high ground. She might go on top of that. I'm not entirely sure how she can reach it. There is a ladder up ahead, so I think she's going to head for that. For the moment, she's just going to hunker down and prepare for her later move. Suleiman is going to go to the left of the team, going into Overwatch. Vargas is going to go and join Polak inside the building, dashing up and ending the turn. During the alien activity, we don't spot anyone really. We do, however, hear some melds, which is coming. Vargas is going to take the right side of the door and is going to open it to see if he can spot any enemies. In fact, right ahead we have a new type of enemy, the Mechtoid, which is a sectoid inside a mech. Believe it or not, that was one of my favourite enemies. Not because they're pretty strong, and they're also just hilarious in a way. So Vargas is going to miss his 80% chance to hit. Vargas is just on point with being the best soldier we have right now at missing every single shot. I'm not 100% sure how he got promoted last battle, not going to lie. But seeing that there is a Mechtoid there, we're going to send our own MEC forwards. Can't actually shoot anything, but should be fine enough. Polak is going to move up, putting herself in quite a risky position, not going to lie. She's got a 62% chance to hit the Mechtoid, which she does, doing 6 damage to it and causing it to be quite in pain. Xiao is going to dash up to a position where he can't be seen, so he doesn't get shot at, but he's still in cover and able to lend help later on. Meanwhile, Endo is going to move up to that side and try to stay in cover. She's going to hunker down. Suleiman is going to protect her and go into Overwatch, making sure that if any aliens do get spotted, they aren't hurt. The sectoid that isn't inside the mech is going to buff someone or get buffed. Either way, the Mechtoid moves up, gets into range of an Overwatch from Guzman, who's going to put 6 damage into it straight away. The Mechtoid is going to keep moving forward and then try and do a special shot at Guzman, which misses, luckily. I'm not entirely sure why that missed. It shouldn't really have missed. Okay, that one has been buffed by the other one due to a mind meld, so we know that that's there. And Xiao is going to get shot at. Vargas, sorry, is going to get shot at by the sectoid. So no damage taken due to the alien, so that's always a plus. Endo is going to try and get on top of there. So she's going to make that move straight away, moving up the ladder, trying to spot any enemies, which she doesn't. She spots a mail canister though, and that's all that really matters. Takes out her pistol, goes into Overwatch. Suleiman is then going to move up to protect that. Protect Endo, he's going to go into Overwatch. Sorry, just random thing out my window. 99% chance to hit the Mechtoid with Vargas, who shoots, dealing 4 damage, leaving it on 4 damage, or hit points left, I should say. And Polak is basically going to move across, try and kill those sectoids rather than the Mechtoid. Oh, actually 100% chance that she's going to go for the Mechtoid. I thought she missed then, but no, she didn't. Hits 7 damage, killing the Mechtoid. It doesn't explode, which is kind of strange. Like, compared to the Cyberdisc, which we saw in a previous mission, which explodes once you're destroyed, you'd think that this one would as well, but doesn't really. Xiao's going to try and go for the 33% chance to hit that one, and misses, obviously, 33%. That was pretty terrible. So Guzman is going to go up. Now Guzman is just going to cheat her way to killing both of them by using a grenade launch. I think that's what I'm going to go for. Getting both of the kills. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just better. Yeah. Good plan. So yeah, and she's not even going to bother destroying both of them. Like, just destroy one of them. Try and break the wall down so that she can see what's behind that. There doesn't seem to be anything behind that. Killing both of those sectoids pretty easily and ending the turn. During the inactivity, nothing really happens. Endo is going to switch to her laser rifle and go into Overwatch. Suleiman is going to move up and go into Overwatch as well. Vargas is going to move up, I think, to collect the meld, or he's going to ignore the meld. What's he going to do? It's all up to you. Yeah, he's going to go collect the meld, but that'll be next turn because he's just gone and dashed. Guzman is going to move up to the side, try and spot any aliens that might be around. And then go into Overwatch. Porlak is also going to move up. She's going to go next to that doorway, most likely, and open it up. She's probably not going to spot anything though, considering the fact that Suleiman is already looking there. Goes into Overwatch. Shao is going to continue his way around the place, getting himself into a decent cover. Doesn't spot anything, goes into Overwatch. Or he might dash. Yeah, no, that's the edge of the map, so he's going to just dash around to that side, see if there's anyone behind the building. But there isn't. The alien activity starts, and Suleiman hears some people. Now they're quite, I don't actually know what those are. They have 5 health, so they can't be seekers. Bug's just going to collect the meld. I think we're then going to switch to Porlak, who's going to move up. She's going to run and gun up to that place of full cover so that she can spot those enemies straight up. Probably get shot at. Oh, they are seekers. I didn't realise seekers had 5 health. I thought they had 4. Oh well. Look at me paying attention. So Porlak's just going to go into Overwatch. Those could be the last enemies, but it's very unlikely they're the last enemies. There would only be 2 enemies. So it's probably not. It's probably more around. Shao's going to go into Overwatch. Endo's going to go into Overwatch. Suleiman's going to move up and then go into Overwatch. See if he can spot anything, but I don't think he can. Vargas is going to move up to the side of that door and go into Overwatch, and then finally Guzman's turn after that happens. I believe she's just going to move down into that room, or attempt to. She's going to dash. Yeah, she's going to dash all the way outside and go into Overwatch from there. Smashing away through that small window somehow. Very versatile. During the activity, everyone gets a Overwatch shot upon that Seeker, who gets killed by Suleiman, and then Endo actually does succeed in getting a hit on that one. And during the rest of the inactivity, nothing really happens. So Endo's just going to go back into Overwatch. Suleiman is going to move up, or allow, I think Porlak's going to move up first, try and get herself into a position to get that meld, which she does. Shao is going to continue his journey all the way there, so I think he's going to go indoors. That's safer for him to do so, so he's going to jump through that and go, well, it's because his dash can't go into Overwatch. Suleiman is going to move to the side there, probably not the safest of positions considering the aliens are most likely to the left of him, but he goes into Overwatch there, and Vargas is going to move to this point for some reason, go into Overwatch, and then Guzman's going to move up next to go right next to Suleiman. Goes into Overwatch. We haven't actually lost any health, I don't think. I think Shao may have lost health. I can't remember. I don't think anyone's lost any hit points. An activity happens. No one gets active. No one's lost health. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Anyway, Suleiman's going to move to the side of this room to try and spot any aliens. There aren't any. He's going to open the door just to make sure. Nope, still none, so he's just going to go into Overwatch. Vargas is going to move up to the side of those boxes, going into Overwatch as well. Guzman is going to move up, slightly staying close to Suleiman just in case, and then spots the mutons there. There's only 2 of them, so it's not too bad, but yeah, there are 2 of them there. One of them gets actually sighted by Endo, who's going to take a shot. Does she hit? Yes, she does, dealing 6 damage to that muton. So he's on pretty low health, can probably get just very, very simply hit. So Guzman's going to launch a grenade at him, potentially killing him. Or not, or waiting for someone else to do something. Well, anyway, Polak is going to get that meld. And then she can't run and gun, so she's just going to get positioned there. She can see one of them, but only 1% chance to hit. She's just going to go into Overwatch. Xiao is going to leave the door, not going to open that door. Nope, not going to open that door. She's just going to move up. Go into Overwatch from where he is, leaving Guzman to make the choice of what she wants to do. There's no other shoulders left, so she's just going to launch that grenade against that muton to kill him outright. Also breaks through that container as well. There we go, muton down. Leonie leaving one muton left. A Seeker appears and a lot of Overwatch misses happen. Once again going for Suleiman. I don't know what it is with Seekers and Suleiman this episode. Just like some weird like Hente tentacle thing happening. Guzman is in danger as that muton hits her for 4 damage. It's not too much damage, but it's still quite a bit of damage taken. And also that explodes. Endo, as you can see, has 2 shots upon these the enemy from where she is with squad sight. 100% chance to hit that Seeker and 85% chance to hit that muton. Can't actually see how much health he's on. I decided to just go for the Seeker. Getting a shot from the top of building, killing that straight away. So Suleiman can't really do anything from where he is, he's just going to go into Overwatch. Vargas is going to move up to cover, see that muton and try and shoot it for 40%. Missing. Vargas, well done mate. I think you've done no damage this battle. Oh no, that's not true. You actually have killed something. Muton gets punched by the kinetic strike of Guzman. Getting punched out of the way, and then the mission does not end. In fact, that is very strange. So there's a bunch of aliens still around. We're not entirely sure where they are, but it's very possible. I think they're going to be inside that. I do actually spot them. They are inside the building, and I'm not entirely sure if you guys saw what they were. They are in fact a Cyberdisk and company. So I'm just going to do some repositioning, and I'm also going to fast forward it to when we actually get ourselves in position to strike them, because I'm sure no one wants to see a repositioning and me failing at seeing what's going to happen next. So after a turn of planning, as you can see, well, I mean, it's been a turn basically, and we're going to send Xiao up to see what's inside that. Open the door, and boom, outside comes a Cyberdisk and 2 drones, which are the first time we've seen these drones. Drones are basically, they can heal other mech stuff, 100% chance to hit that drone. And they also have a plasma rifle, but yeah, pretty big damage that it can do. So Xiao can successfully kills that drone. Also that Cyberdisk, very strangely positioned. Anyway, Ender's going to try and kill that drone, but misses because the drone dodges, because drones. As you can see, Suleiman's in a really bad position to try and hit those guys. He's just going to move up. He actually does get a shot on one of them, but 40%. Is he going to take it? Yeah, he is. Alright, cool. 41%. Hollow targets it, but doesn't actually do any damage. Vargas is going to go around the side, try and hit that drone as well. 78% because of the hollow target. Actually manages to kill something. Well done, mate. And then Guzman is going to dash up to get to the maximum position. Or is she just going to run? I think she'd go for the dash. If I'm not. No, she just go. Alright. Okay, interesting. And I believe Polak is going to just go for a natural. She's going to go for the Overwatch for when the Cyberdisk comes out. Oh, I think that's what, yeah, everyone goes into Overwatch. Cyberdisk moves a little bit, try and get into a good position, because it's Xiao dealing 9 whole damage from where it is, leaving Xiao pretty badly injured. Endo is going to run away and reload her sniper rifle. Suleiman is going to try and get a position where he can actually hit the thing, so he's going to get there. Doesn't get a position where he can hit it, so he just reloads. Vargas is going to move up, or let Polak do something. Yeah, Polak's going to do something. She's going to try and hit it for 86 damage. 80, what the hell? Yeah, 86 damage, that'd be insane. For 86%, she's going to move up to get 100% chance to hit. 70% chance to crit. Doesn't get the crit and only does 5 damage. So the cyber disc is pretty low. Shao has to move away. I don't feel like he's in a good position right now. So I think I'm going to move Vargas first. And then do something from there. I'm going to move Vargas into the summer. I'm going to move him somewhere. Start to move him next to those boxes. I'm going to heal Shao for 8. Which is pretty good. So he's only technically lost 1 HP because of all of those stuffs. Guzman's going to dash up. He has to dash up at this point. Going towards the cyber disc, getting ready for a potential melee should it ever happen. And Shao's going to move back to, or just shoot. Yeah, no, he's just going to shoot. 61% chance. Hits it. It's on 5 damage. And so the cyber disc has a turn. It's going to do a weird explosive measure to deal damage to everyone in that vicinity, giving 5 damage to both Shao and Vargas. I didn't know that they could do that, to be honest. It's not the best. But yeah, Endo gets a laser pistol out, and then what she's going to do is go next to the window to try and hit it with the laser pistol, but doesn't actually get to see it somehow because, of course, there's another window. There's another room within this room, so can't actually see. Suleiman's going to try and move up to see that cyber disc, get himself into that position, kicks down the door, sees the cyber disc, 61% chance to hit, fires, and kills the cyber disc, which explodes. Dealing no damage to anyone, but finishing the level. We've succeeded in taking out that cyber disc and the alien threat in Canada. So there we go. They come back down to Earth. We're going to see if we got any promotions, and unexpectedly, no one gets any promotions, and in fact no one actually gets too badly wounded. Vargas and Shao both wounded quite badly from the cyber disc, but other than that no one actually gets a promotion. There we go, that's the end of that operation. So we, as you can see, we got autopsies for both drones and also for the cyber disc.
We will be watching.
I think, or we've already had the cyber disc one. I can't remember. Oh no, it's for the Mechtoid. And we also get a captain. We get a Hulk, or Amanda Brown from Canada, who is going to be a heavy. She's not going to lie, not going to be used for the rest of this. She's just there. I don't think we use her anyway. So I'm just going to give her the standard stuff, heat ammo, things like that. I might give her rapid reaction. I think I give her heat. Which one do I give her? It doesn't matter in the end. Yeah, I go for heat. I thought so, because now that Mechtoids are in and Cyberdisc, there's a lot of mechanical enemies out. So that's that. That will do it for today, everyone. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. It would seem from our last encounter that the aliens have finally put the Mels that they have been bringing with them to use. The Mechtoids are very powerful MEC suits that the sectoids are able to pilot with a similar precision to our own operatives. However, it's not the Mechtoids I'm most worried about, but the Cyberdiscs. Their offensive capabilities have shown to be incredible. The one we encountered on the battleship in China was taken by surprise, but this one, well, we need to be careful.